In the midst of today's fast-paced and bustling life, sometimes what brings our hearts the most peace and warmth are the simplest images from a corner of the kitchen and a true family meal. Our journey begins with a familiar cast iron pan, an object that has been a staple for generations of Vietnamese families. Clear cooking oil is poured slowly into the pan, glistening under the morning light, waiting to catch the heat and awaken the flavors of all the dishes to come. The star and the soul of today's meal is the fried pork with toasted rice powder and mak mat, Clausina indica, leaves. Fresh cuts of pork with a perfect balance of lean meat and fat are sliced into bite-sized pieces. The most crucial step is the marinating process. A touch of traditional spices, a bit of seasoning, and the indispensable soul of this dish, fragrant, nutty toasted rice powder. Those tiny golden grains are sprinkled evenly, creating a perfect coating that hugs every fiber of the meat. Bamboo chopsticks move swiftly to mix everything, ensuring each piece of meat is deeply infused and blended with the aroma of roasted rice. As the oil begins to simmer, each batch of meat is dropped in. The joyful sizzling sound of oil bubbles surrounding the meat is delightful to the ear, like a melody of abundance. The essence that makes this dish truly unique is the handfuls of fresh green mak mat leaves, carrying the breath of the mountains and forests. When the meat begins to firm up and turns an enticing light golden brown, that's when we toss the leaves into the pan. Instantly, a distinct, deep, and incredibly mouth-watering aroma fills the kitchen, weaving through every leaf and awakening all the senses. When fried to a crisp, mak mat leaves not only create a captivating scent, but also serve as a wonderful side, perfectly balancing the richness of the fried pork. Once the meat is evenly golden, with a crispy outer crust while the inside remains tender, sweet, and juicy, we gently scoop it out to drain on a familiar wire skimmer. The beauty of this dish lies not only in the quality of the meat, but also in the magical harmony when mak mat leaves meet the fire. As the dark green leaves crisp up in the hot oil, they release a unique essential oil, a scent that is both slightly pungent like the great forests and as pure as herbal plants. That layer of essential oil seeps deep into the toasted rice coating, creating a perfect combination of nuttiness, richness, and an unmistakable fragrance. Watching the meat sizzle in the pan, the golden rice powder turning into a glossy amber brown, tightly entwined with the crispy fried leaves, one can truly appreciate the subtlety in the cook's choice of ingredients. No fancy or expensive spices are needed. It is the freshness of the leaves from the garden and the meticulous care in controlling the flame that create a dish capable of awakening every childhood memory. At this moment, the pork is no longer just food. It is the crystallization of care, the soul of a family meal that anyone far from home would yearn for. To make the meal lighter and more harmonious in color, we cannot overlook the presence of fresh boiled vegetables. Vibrant orange carrot slices and bright green broccoli florets are blanched in boiling water just long enough. Preserving the natural color and the crunchy texture of the vegetables not only makes the tray more eye-catching, but also retains the precious vitamins for the whole family's health. Looking at each piece of steaming vegetable, one can feel the freshness of the local harvest. And here is the result after a period of meticulous work in the kitchen, a full meal tray overflowing with colors, scents, and flavors. Alongside the fragrant fried pork and the refreshing boiled vegetables, the tray also features traditional boiled pork offal. Everyone picks the best pieces for one another, sharing stories of daily joys and sorrows as the worries of life suddenly vanish. At this moment, the meal is not just about filling the stomach. It is an invisible thread connecting loved ones, a place where the storm stops behind the door and where love is spread most naturally. A simple meal with humble ingredients, yet containing so much heart and affection from the cook for their loved ones. I hope that through these simple images, each of us will cherish the moments of gathering and value the warmth of a family meal.